My name is Rupert Scow. I was born in Alert Bay, but I'm from Guilford Island, from the village of Kwakwaka'wakw.
If only a second, if only...
I started carving in Alert Bay about 20 years ago. I really didn't get started carving until one year my cousin Joe Peters, late cousin Joe Peters, showed up at our place, and he was carving plaques at that time. And he asked me to cut the outlines and sand them, and so that's basically where I started. Every block of wood that I get, and I believe that's true of every artist, whether they're carving in stone, whether they're carving in wood, they look at the medium and try and see inside of it to see what it is. You visualize, you see it, you kind of look into the wood, and then you see what it is, and then you start carving from there. There's a very strong influence from my background, being of Kwakwaka'wakw culture, nation. Since a very young age, since I was a very young person, I used to go to potlatches and things like that. And I always had that interest, but I never started until truly carving until I was about 35. And then really everything that came up to that point kind of just went and meshed just like that. When I began carving with Wayne Alfred, he said to stick to Kwakwaka'wakw artwork and stick to very traditional style of carving. And no matter who teaches each individual how to carve, it always happens that you start getting your own style because you see things in a different way than your teacher. So all of us, I have 5 brothers that carve, and each one of us was taught by Wayne Alfred at some time, and each one of us has a distinct style of carving. I like to try to get that realism. I fished for 20 years and I enjoy looking at wildlife in its natural state. So I try to incorporate that, and I try and get the natural movements, because I believe that's where my ancestors got their inspiration, because they were so immersed in it. And they would just walk out their door and there it is.
Stay with me now when I'm looking for a thing I can't buy. No.